All right, what's up? I'll show y'all what I'm working on today. I'm working on mating the Th350 torque converter to the LS flex plate. You can see the flex plate that I have on here is the 3-bolt kind. This one will work. You just have to elongate the holes. I've done that before. Previous build works fine. You can do that, or if you have the flex plate, get out and show you what I'm gonna do. If you have this flex plate that has the multiple holes, so you can see the torque converters up under it right there. These are the same holes that are down there, so they would have to be elongated in just a touch. I've done it before, but you can see these holes that I've marked. I'll rotate them into place, then they fit perfectly. I did take a carbide bit and just give me a little bit extra room because it was almost a perfect fit, and I feel like that would have caused issues, but you can do that, or you can elongate the holes, and then you got to make sure you have this snout piece, which I have 2 of them. This will go into the back of the crank, and then your torque converter will sit on the lip of it. You can see I have this one here on there. So it's really all you have to do to mount Th350 to an LS. It's pretty straightforward. So if you have this flex plate, then you should be good. If you have the other one, you can elongate the holes and it will be fine. I have another one over here, but this one seems to be the one I got on the engine already. So I had this one off another engine that I've had before. I don't know, it's been laying on my shelf for a while, but I know it came off a 5.3 also. So if you have that one, it might have been the one that was behind the 4L80, and I think the 2 that I have were behind 4L60s, so that might be the difference there. But don't hold me to that. I'm just saying, I think bolt hole to bolt hole is 9 1/4 center to center. Seems to be right around 9 1/4 center to center. So when you're ordering a torque converter, you can usually see the specs of the bolt hole to bolt hole. This is that Speedmaster converter, bolt together converter. I don't know anything about it. It's supposed to stall between 35 and 4,000. We'll see. Tried to do some research on it, can't really find nothing on it. Found a couple of people on YouTube that's ran it, but no one really messaged back and say if they liked it or not. So I bought the warranty with it in case I didn't like it. So I'll give y'all some feedback on it, where it stalls at, where it sits on the trans brake at, where it flashes at, how it locks up. So it should be pretty good, but if not, I'll send it back and I'll buy a different converter. But all right, I'm gonna keep working on this. Just getting ready to throw the converter in there. I got to get the spacing right and everything. I know that's one thing I'll have to work on, is getting the spacing right. So pulling it out from the transmission, get the right spacing and everything. I don't think that's gonna be right, but you never know till you get the converter in. So I'm about to take the flex plate that's in there off, bolt that one on, Loctite it, throw the converter in, put the transmission back in, and yeah, get one step closer. So it's kind of what I'm working on today. On jacks, with a jack, man, just jack stands in the driveway. So kind of sketchy, but I've done it 100 times, so no reason I can't do it today. All right, I'll catch y'all later. All right, so the converter's in, transmission's back in. Next thing is you want to check this space in here, because that's where you're gonna have to use spacers, because you want between, I think it's an 1/8 inch and 3/16 3/18. So that's your in play in your converter. So it has to have room as it gets hot and cycles. So don't, if you have it all the way back, it's gonna be shoved into the pump, and if you pull it too far out, it'll pull it out of the pump in the transmission. So you want to stay between them two measurements. So I already know I need to run one spacer in here and it will be perfect. So that's a 350 TCI transmission with a trans brake, and it's a Speedmaster converter, got it from Jegs. And then that's just a stock flex plate with the multiple bolt patterns. Works fine. It'll bolt straight up when I'm done. So in a couple of days we'll be trying that out, and then getting them drive shaft made. This drive shaft I have will work, it just don't have the engagement that I like. It pulls out too far, so it needs to be extended 1.5 inches. I'm not going to extend it. I'm just going to build a new drive shaft or buy one. But the measurements that I was talking about, you can read here under installations, is here. So you want the converter to be able to move freely between an 1/8 inch, but no more than 3/16. So you want to be between them two measurements. The easiest way to find it is take your drill bit. I took a 11/64, so just under 3/16, and slid it in. Then I took a washer and did it together, and it's a really tight fit. You almost cannot get them in. So I'm gonna run one washer, and that'll keep me between the two measurements. Yeah, that's about it. That's how you bolt Th350 to an LS. All you need is a converter. Get the snout piece for it, so you can get the snout piece. They do make the bolt-in style. This is the one I've always used and have no problems with it, and I had one. And then yeah, if you use a converter with the 3 bolts, all you do is elongate them. Yep, get your spacing right so you don't mess up your transmission, and it should be good to go. So been working on it, getting closer. That was a big one. Pulling out converters is always, or pulling transmission is always fun. So next thing we'll start working on, you can see I got my throttle cable. I'm going to shorten it, make it work. But yeah, that's about it. Appreciate y'all watching. It's about time to get the hot side completed, and we'll be ready. So I'll catch y'all later.